The doctor didn't flinch as he spoke, his eyes never leaving my daughter. She sat perched on the edge of the crinkled white exam table paper, her legs swinging nervously, her fingers scratching at angry red, raised clusters of bites that mottled her arms. I had those marks too, itchy angry, but my wife's skin was untouched. That difference nagged at me, though I said nothing, just a fleeting thought during the drive home. The sterile scent of antiseptic lingered in the air, mixing with a heavy weight of dread. The doctor flipped through her chart again and finally asked, "Who did you go camping with?" "My wife," I answered, feeling like I was stepping into oncoming traffic, heart pounding in my ears. He hesitated, lowering his voice to a grave whisper. "Go to the police immediately." I froze, didn't breathe. The doctor's gaze was still locked on my daughter, not me. Her, not me. At first, I told myself it was an overreaction. Maybe he was just being cautious. Ticks, infections, rabies, or some rare insect-borne disease you hear about but never think will happen to you. Yet the look in his eyes, the way he clenched his pen when she scratched her arm, the way he avoided meeting my gaze after those words. They said everything. Something had been gnawing at me since we returned from that trip. A scent I couldn't place, pine, mildew, and something else darker, hidden beneath it all. My wife hadn't been herself in those woods. She was too calm, sleeping early, never scratching, never touching the lake water, claiming it was too cold. But she smiled more, watched me and our daughter like we were actors in a show she'd already seen, waiting for the curtain to fall. Then there was a phone call she took outside, whispering hurriedly. When I asked who it was, she claimed it was a wrong number, too smooth, too practiced. I began watching her routine, Tuesday yoga, Thursday groceries, and one morning I stayed home, pretending to leave for work. After she left, I waited 10 minutes, then let myself inside. Her phone was unlocked. She never expected I'd need protection from her. I found a hidden folder in her gallery, buried beneath a collection of recipe photos. No recipes inside, only pictures, some innocent. Our daughter laughing mid-flight, me carry her on my back, the campfire flickering in the dark, moment of family, moments I cherished. Then the ones I wasn't meant to see, a tall, bearded man with eyes blurred or cropped out. The same campsite, the same background, the same week, but without us. My wife sitting in his lap, laughing with the tent zipped closed behind them, her hand resting casually on his stomach, and one of them holding our daughter, too casually, too familiarly, like it wasn't the first time. At first, I felt nothing but a hollow freeze, an emptiness spreading inside. I closed the phone and slipped it back exactly where I found it. Then I made the next appointment. Not with the police, but the lab. The results came in a stark white envelope. No logos, no names, just cold data capable of erasing a lifetime in a single number. 99.98% exclusion probability. I read it 3 times, slower with each pass. Our daughter, my daughter, wasn't mine biologically. Yet, in every other way that mattered, she shared my laughter, my rhythms, held my hand like an anchor in a storm. But biology doesn't lie. That night, I made her tea and sat across the table from my wife, sliding the envelope between us like a loaded bullet. She stared at it without opening it, as if it ticked ominously. Then she finally read it. Her breath hitched. No panic, no screams. Only a flicker of defeat. "I was going to tell you," she whispered. I said nothing. She reached for my hand, but I pulled away. I didn't scream or throw the cup. I didn't beg. That would have given her power. Instead, I let silence stretch between us like a tightening noose. Then I told her the truth. I told her about the doctor, the bites, the warning to call the police. Her face drained of color as she croaked. "They weren't mosquito bites?" "Bed bugs," I said flatly. "An infestation, but only in one tent. Ours." She shook her head in disbelief. "That's not." The doctor had asked who we were with. I leaned in and let the words hit like knives. "He thought you were a trafficker." She gasped, then her hand flew to her mouth. "I know who he is," she whispered. I told her I followed him, got his address. "You were with him 3 nights ago." Tears sprung to her eyes. I wasn't done. I stood and took the envelope back. You don't get to explain, not to me, not to her. What are you going to do? Her voice cracked. I looked her dead in the eye, voice flat and final. I'm going to the police, just like the doctor said. That night, I filed for emergency custody. I didn't sleep, didn't cry. There's a strange peace that follows devastation, a stillness like the silence after a bomb goes off. I watched my daughter sleep the next morning, curled against my side, her fingers wrapped around mine. She didn't know yet, not now, but someday she would. And when she did, she'd know I didn't abandon her. I chose her, even when her mother didn't. As for the woman in the kitchen, she's a ghost now, dead to me, buried beneath lies, hotel beds, and other men's arms. She thought she had control that I wouldn't see, wouldn't understand. She forgot who I am. Now the world will forget her too. Let her explain it all to a judge. Let her claw at the truth while it rips her apart. I won't raise my voice. I've already won. She just hasn't realized it yet.